Today with another video, but before I get started on all the details, please make sure to hit the subscribe button if you aren't subscribed to my channel already. And if you are subscribed, you already know what to do. Please make sure to turn those notifications on so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Now today's unit is going to be brought to you by the company RPGSHOW. Of course, I'm going to make sure to leave all the details down below in the description area, but we're going to open this baby up together. Okay, in the box comes your bag, well, like a little paper, but your wig is wrapped up in the paper. And then of course they send over info, cap, some wax stick, and an edge band. And of course you get your little bag that you can store your unit in when you are done. But enough of all that, let's get into this unit. Their layered highlight wig. This is a Yaki Texture. This is in the length 16 inches. This is a full lace cap, so this one has a standard density, and I am okay with that because of the texture, and we'll see how it looks once I put it on my head. But that is the color, and then there's the highlights in the front. Cap construction, as you can see, they went ahead and pre-bleached your knots in the lace area. You get 2 combs on the side, you get a comb in the middle, your adjustable straps, and you also get this adjustable elastic band. And this is what the full lace looks like. This is their new Glueless Fit 2.0, which I love because it's more snug around the front of the hairline, which makes it easier to wear glueless. If you don't want to have to apply any type of adhesive or anything, you should be good to go. Also, this unit does come with your tinted transparent lace. And of course, they always go in and pluck out the hairline. But I'm gonna go ahead and try this on. I'm gonna cut this lace off first in the back area, and then I'm going to try this on so you can see what it looks like before I do anything. I went ahead and cut off the lace and adjusted my strap in the back, but I just noticed that the combs are now removable in the nape area and also on the side, because sometimes with your full lace wigs, if you want to put them up into a ponytail, those combs can agitate, and sometimes you don't need them, okay? So now they're removable. Like straight out of the box. Now the front of the hairline, they did a really good job on. You can definitely go in and pluck out more if you want to, but you can see how transparent it is because you can see my cap. Like, look at my cap and look at it right there. So I am gonna have to end up either pushing my cap back, or I could possibly even just take it off, but you can't really see it right there until I just kind of pull it all up. Y'all see it? Yeah. So that just lets you know how nice and thin the lace is. They did a very good job with bleaching the knots, okay? It's given scalp. Of course, you get your parting space. So if you want to move this around, you definitely can. Okay, do a deep part. And if you want to part on that side, there it goes. Like I said, you can see my cap. I'm just gonna fix it when I get ready to style this wig. And it comes pre-parted as a middle part, but you can go back further. I'm gonna have to cut off a little bit of lace on the side. That way it does not flap over my ear. It shouldn't be too much lace. And I'm also gonna turn around so you guys can see what the full lace looks like in the back area. So yeah, the full lace looks really, really good when it comes to this unit. As far as the length goes, I am okay with this length because I think it's a perfect everyday length. I'm also not mad at this density because it is a Yaki Texture. Now, of course, when it's straightened out, it's going to be not as full. But when you're wearing your coats and everything, and I know in Texas, it gets cold, but it doesn't get like super, super cold. So I'm okay with not having a super heavy density unit that I feel like I'm gonna have to take off. And this also feels very, very comfortable to my head. Go ahead and get to styling this unit. I cannot wait to play around with the different looks. And then of course, I'm gonna be back to show you guys the final looks and then also to tell you guys my final thoughts when it comes to this unit. comes to RPG Show, I always says it gives luxury, okay? Because this man was ready to wear. Now I did have to go in and kind of recurl the ends just to make it a little bit tighter when I did the little clip, because I didn't want the ends to just be falling down, because this does come pre-curl. Well, this is supposed to be like a wave, so it does come pre-wave straight out of the box, so you can just wear it. And everything came together. So I installed this using something different today, because I was gonna say my olive oil mousse, but I don't wanna lie. I used my Taylor Crowns, and this is their Glueless Goo Styling Foam. The one thing I would say about this, it gives a more firmer hold than the olive oil mousse, because the olive oil mousse is really soft. And this one, it kind of sticks a little bit, but not sticks enough to where like you're gonna have to take water and remove it or anything. So if you want a more firmer hold, but you still want to be glueless, then I'll make sure to leave a link down below for this. It can get a little bit sticky on your hand, but it doesn't have any flaking. Is that it is long lasting. I haven't tried it out to wear it all day, but I will say anytime that I have added this product to the front of my lace, it's done pretty well. And it cut the lace on the side, and then you guys see me pull out a little bit of hair, and then I took a bobby pin right here so that it wouldn't flap up. Now, of course, because this is glueless, if the wind is blowing, I expect it to move, or you can just kind of take the whole lace and just push it behind and then tuck your bobby pin in. But I decided not to do that. And then you can always cut that little piece of hair if it's bothering you, make it a little bit shorter and turn it into some sideburns, but I was okay leaving it exactly where it needed to be. So after everything dried down, the lace blended in really, really well to my skin. I also did push my wig cap back because it was showing, okay? This lace is really nice and thin, so just be careful when you are wearing your cap. But I didn't have to put any powder into the front of the hairline. I also didn't put any powder into the parting space area because it was nice and open and it wasn't needed. The thing that I did have to do, especially at the top of this unit, was add a little bit of wax because I noticed some flyaways, and that just kind of helped to lay everything down. Also, when I ran my fingers throughout this hair, I ended up using a little bit of my Sleek and Shine serum. Keep in mind, this is straight out of the box, so I am noticing a little bit of dryness, especially towards the ends of the hair. So when I decide to rewear this and wash it, if I want to wear it straight or anything, I'm going to go in with some moisturizing shampoo and conditioner, and that's just going to help kind of soften it up a little bit. But I do expect it to kind of snag up at the ends and also in the nape area, just because I have dealt with the Yaki Texture enough. Especially when it comes to your highlighted colored Yaki Texture, I feel like it just feels a little bit more drier. Love the highlights throughout. I also love that while it was parted in the middle, the highlights were even in the front. It didn't look wonky on one side versus the other side. So I think this color is really gorgeous, especially for the fall winter time, because it has like hints of brown, and then you have some blondes throughout it. It's really, really pretty, and just depending on your lighting situation, I feel like it's going to look different. So I did receive just a little bit of shedding during the styling process. The hair does hold a nice little curl wave, but if you want something to last a little bit longer, then definitely go in with some holding spray. But I feel like, you know, this one did its job, especially for straight out the pack, for me to just move the hair over and not really have any issues. I didn't have to put any mousse at the top. This is definitely giving I'm about to sit in the living room and eat, okay? Especially for the holidays. I'm gonna be cute, and I ain't gotta glue nothing down, and I ain't gotta worry about it not looking natural. I know what you guys think about this unit. Of course, if I have a coupon code, because you guys know it's that time of the year, okay? It's time to add to cart. I'm gonna make sure to leave that link down below. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, turn those notifications on, share and like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.